It's day 29 of our Halloween 31 day countdown. For the advent calendar today, we got this little guy who's exactly the same as another guy that we have already gotten. So of course I went ahead and put him next to his twin brother. And then for our spooky look today, I am repurposing this Nadja outfit again that I wore at Oogie Boogie Bash. I just love this costume so much and I wanted to wear it again. And then for our movie today, we are watching Flatliners, the 2017 remake. I saw the 1990 original for the first time earlier this year, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and watch the remake to see if it was as good, because I really enjoyed the 1990 Flatliners, and this 2017 remake is unfortunately just not nearly as good or well put together of a movie. Flatliners is about a group of med students who purposely stop their own hearts in order to experience the afterlife before getting revived by the fellow med students. This starts off as just Elliot Page's idea, and then slowly everybody in the group decides to go under and stop their own hearts as well in order to experience what Elliot has experienced, because the effects are that they seem to have a better memory, they seem smarter, they seem happier. They all get this kind of like euphoric feeling after experiencing their different versions of the afterlife. At least two of them. Two of them had very, very bad experiences, and yet they still feel euphoric, like they just took drugs after coming back to life. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I don't want to just like compare it to the original, but I will say from the original to this, the motivations for doing this are different and the effects are somewhat different. There's similarities, but the reason Elliot Page wanted to do this is because they accidentally killed their younger sister in a texting and driving accident, and that comes back to haunt them after they come back to life, and this starts happening to everyone in the group. After the initial euphoria they all feel after being revived, regardless of whether the experience of being dead was positive or not, they start to feel haunted by whatever their biggest guilt in their life was. For Elliot Page, it's accidentally killing their sister, and that's like the only one that's like understandable that it would haunt you this heavily. Everybody else, whatever they're guilty of, one girl released nudes of another girl in high school, one lady made a super minor mistake and ended up losing a patient, which, mind you, if you're going to be a doctor, you're going to have to be okay with losing a patient every once in a while. Another guy, his whole guilty thing is that he didn't go with his ex to an abortion appointment and finds out later she didn't actually have the abortion, but that's haunting him even though nobody's actually dead. So everything that's haunting them is kind of ridiculous. To appease their own guilt and not be haunted anymore, they all individually try to make up for it with the person that they wronged, or try to make up for it in one way or another in order to free themselves from that. And my biggest gripe with this movie is that it tells us what they want us to get from this. There's a bunch of lines where it's like, oh, you're experiencing this, but they're experiencing that. I'm not seeing them experience different things. When they are apologizing to the people they have wronged, they just accept the apology immediately. It doesn't really feel like they're sorry, they just don't want to feel guilty anymore. The movie is not actually showing me the things that it wants me to get from these characters. There's so much more I want to say and criticize about this movie, but I'm running out of time. Just know that I give Flatliners 2017 1.5 stars out of 5, and that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.